Yo, what's going on guys? Tomahawks here. Today I'm bringing you guys a Zombies TranZitions live commentary with Haytons, Jmack and Yarpiee.
Ahoy.
Going on.
Alright, so basically this video today is just an explanation about the Zombies TranZitions video that we went through and all the pain and suffering, just to sort of give you guys an insight to what actually happened. The many hours that were actually involved in this. So I feel like the video didn't quite get the appreciation, or actually, you know what, I just don't think people quite understand how much effort was put into this. So this is sort of just a good summary.
The amount of RDOs you had off.
Yeah, just to show you guys what we went through. Alright, so we're just going to jump straight in here. Alright, so this opening scene continues on from where we left off in the Black Ops 2 DLC TranZitions. If you see, we kill a huge horde of zombies that was actually led through, I think it was by Jared. He hoarded the zombies out back. I think we're probably around 11 here.
It took us like 6 or 7 hours at this point to get them up, because there's no windows to get points. We had to shoot them, and at one stage we only had 8 zombies left in the rounds. We had to start a new round and we had the right points. And
that's right.
This is the only map without windows.
Yeah, to get 500 points, or like at the start of this round we all had 500 points each, and to actually get that we all had to spend money, usually ammo for the guns that we were actually holding, and we had to shoot like a zombie one by one to get the perfect right amount of points, and then we had to get someone to rape train all the zombies out back, and then we had to sit in the exact same position that we were in the last video, as well as making sure that we have the correct character costumes, because I think a couple of times we got pretty far in and then we realized we're wearing the yellow suits, not the actual the suits. So if you look in the bottom right corner, we have the black hole bomb and the Tomahawk as we proceed through Nuketown. I have the overlay just hiding the level, otherwise it would have been impossible. I accidentally picked up the double points and insta kill. And if we walk through here, you can see just to the left, Jared is actually crouching down as I'm about to pull the grenade and start the first transition. Now what we did here is I pull the grenade. Now I'm not actually spending the money. If you look at the point system, it's whoever is yellow, which was Jared at the time spending the money. So I ran into the door, and if you can see, the crosshairs are slightly out. So we actually end up redoing this whole take again, and then having Jared's Haytons. By having Haytons to my right, he actually opened up the door from behind me, and we continued this transition into the first map. Now,
Knocked down Toten.
That's right. So I think for value for the actual video, we actually decided on having each map go through its progressive order as it was actually released in the game. So this is actually the first zombie map of all time. Nuketown was a bit of an exception because it continued on from the multiplayer maps. But yeah, we continued down here, and Yarpiee was rape training out there, and as I came down with the Thompson, and I continued to shoot, and this starts the next transition. I was pretty happy with this one actually. This is the mystery box.
Yeah, I think it was one of the better looking ones.
Yeah.
Best looking one.
Yeah, the box.
It's really trippy when you like.
That was probably my favourite one. And I think that got it quite right. Lighting was quite difficult to get right as well, but it's something which you learn to try and... Actually, you know what? Before we even attempt any of these transitions, we actually go through a series of draft transitions to see if they're actually possible. So I'll link the draft transitions video in the on the video. That way you guys can go and have a look at that at the early stages of this if you want. It's just basically the same transition points, but you know, with no zombies or anything like that.
Yeah, I reckon the knock to the Veract transition was one of the cleanest ones. Just the best looking one. Like, you couldn't notice it.
Some of the issues I faced in this one were actually the time. I think because from one transition from the mystery box to down here is actually, I think maybe 30 seconds or so, and I was actually really worried that it was actually going to be really boring for the viewers. So that's something you always have to keep in mind. You want to keep it a bit faster, but with this video it's just difficult, really difficult. So if you go back and have a look, I tried to avoid the insta-kill, and unfortunately, I'm pretty sure it was me that picked it up, but we'll see here. This is actually one of the only mistakes that we can actually find in this video. Is I'm pretty sure it's Jmack actually ended up not being on the perfect amount of points. If you see whoever's green, he is actually on 1430 there, and what's that? 1500s in the next map. So unfortunately, that's one.
I remember saying to you, right?
I'm like, oh, watch, no one will notice. No one has yet, so that's good.
All the zombies on every map are planned. They've been split apart. There've been multiple rape trains happen at the same time, so they come towards Tom. That's the main focus on the screen at the right time. So every zombie's planned.
Yep. That's right, and another thing that we tried to include is the dog round being on round 4 or 5, which is actually obviously can happen on this map. So we're sort of continuing the trend of like actually it being realistic. So you're going through here. Now this is actually one of the more difficult ones because when we get in this corner here, we had to get the dog to explode at the right angle as well. So you notice the dog explodes pretty much in the center of my screen, and for some reason, I don't know why, but this Deriz took forever to get right.
Oh, it was about 7.5 hours in one take.
I feel like we did multiple days on this one as well.
We were just at one point. We were just like I was just running in circles with a zombie over and went and got like dinner and food and stuff.
Yeah,
we were hating life at this point.
At one time, Jmack shot a dog.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I knifed it.
Jmack knifed the dog, and I lost my shit because we had it all perfect. We had everyone in perfect position, and he knifed the dog. And it's not like a playful happy. I lost my shit. And I was
that
just
was like 5 hours in.
Oh god.
I was like, I'll find out who did this. I'm recording it. Actually, here's another mistake I made.
I denied it too. I'm like, oh, it wasn't me. I didn't do it, but I did it.
Here's another mistake. If you look right in the last second, I shoot and I've got 1 bullet in my clip. Actually, I got 0 bullets in my clip, and I spawn in with 1, so I miscalculated. And I also kept the Olympus because I thought it was sort of reminiscent of the double barrel shotgun. I think this transition here was probably one of the easiest ones in Keynote. I think this is the one that we did on the first or second take.
Yeah. The hoarding.
So we're around 6 here.
Coming up the hallway.
So this is one of my favorite transitions. If you see, I'll just go back for a second. I'm actually trying to line up the center of my gun here, trying to get this perfect because I knew I only had 1 shot at opening this door. So open the door up, and then you see Davy von der Haar staring right at you. Now, what was difficult about this shot is at the start of the next map, I actually had a zombie breaking in the wall behind us, and it was someone's job to sort of hoard them and keep them off of me.
This one was one of the hardest because it was the most narrowest one, just hardest to rape train
and
without.
We were like up to like round like 20 something at this point because like we'll get it next round, boys. Just keep on going. And
it was getting ridiculous.
You had to this around because that's the only way you could get the zombies to not like this hoard you in that corridor.
Yeah. And I think what made I really wanted to include Von der Haar in this, but because I was hoping that he would see this and he would sort of retweet the video or something. But what made it hard is if you notice when the zombie hits me, your vision sort of blurs slightly, and motion tracking a blurred image is really difficult. So I tried to turn really quickly to try and get him out of frame. And when I turn around, you can also notice there that he's no longer in the picture. It's some general dude.
That also made it really difficult for us as well because we're trying to keep all the zombies off him to get the best quality video and stuff.
You see our bullets are doing absolutely shit all this round. Alright, that's another thing that we tried to include is the voices actually making sense. So by sifting through all those hours of voices, I found like a few ones which are related to certain things. So I thought because he was using the ice gun in this scene.
That's the thing. We try to use each wonder weapon in every special wonder weapon in every map.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So last
in the thunder gun.
In Keen, thunder gun. This one the ice gun. Forget its name.
Yeah. I think we missed the lightning gun. I think that was the only
the
one.
The waffle. At the end there is.
Yeah.
I think we did.
So we opened the elevator up in here. And I think I could get this in the last frame for this to make sense. You see how red screen I am. I had to stand there and I just got hit straight away. It almost went down. We died a lot of times doing this one. I remember this is, again, one of the harder ones. I think, I'm going to probably say that for most of them. We had 1 shot at getting... Oh, that reminds me of the rocket.
The rocket says we're going and it's like, oh...
We had to get this timing perfect basically. So Jared Haytons was up at the button, and he said he accidentally pressed the button, and we had to get the take right because we had to just start it, and
otherwise had to reset the map because
because you only get one shot with the rocket. So we managed to get that perfect by looking up at the sky, which I was really happy with. And we wanted to put some of the traps in as well, so that's why we had Jmack standing there with the firebolt. And for this map, we had to actually get the... Oh my god! Actually, do you remember doing this so many times? How I had to get the Galil for this transition.
I had the box, yeah.
And we went from hours and hours and hours leveling up and trying to just get the Galil. And the only time I got it was when everyone else went down, and I finally got out of the mystery box, and I was so rushed to get it that when I picked it up, I went down immediately. So we had to
restart.
One of
the hardest things of every map, trying to get the right guns that out of the box.
Yeah.
It's just random.
Yeah.
I mean, we did it all.
Getting people.
We did it all at the high rounds too. Like it wasn't at the low rounds because it just looks better with a lot more zombies in there.
I think every transition was 15 plus. I think.
Yeah. Some of them were like high 20s. It's just hours. So we had to get the black hole bomb obviously for this one, and that's why I photoshopped it from the very start, because you don't actually see me picking it up. So I walk through the black hole bomb, and I do some color changing here, so that way the sky's a little bit more blue. And so we had, at the start of this transition, we had someone up on the railing, so I thought it'd be cool if, what's it called? Flying Fox over us and use the wonder weapon. Yeah, zipline. So if you see this part, it's really, really cool. And especially when the music dies down as well. You hear it.
I'd like to note that was me
awesome
shooting that
noise.
gun. Thank you very much.
And
by the way, when he goes through the door, you can see him use the gun, and this does nothing to the zombies.
It's like around 29.
That's how you can tell
it's all effect, I'm telling you. Had to get it in there.
It's just nothing. Just absolutely nothing. So we walked through here, and I was absolutely shit scared how many zombies were behind us. And I look behind us, and it's just pre-firing, and it's just Haytons, and there's no one else there. And actually, we were very close to retaking this, but this one was again really difficult to do. I think we're pretty happy with the end result, even if there weren't. We wanted zombies coming down the slide as well. So this goes to our next transition point.
This is
Shangri-La.
Transception, first map to introduce Transception into the mix.
Okay, all right. And we like to include some of the Easter eggs along the way as well. So if you notice, I look up at the sky. Actually, no, not right here. But he's also using the wonder weapon here, that line. And if you look up at the sky, you see the comet and the moon there. Now, what is really difficult about this, right, is because if you have a look through this transition here, is in order for us... Wait, I can't even remember why. All right, for us
because
to use
the
that
MP5
transition point...
is down... At the door. You have to open the sliding door to get the MP5, but it opens at the bottom.
So,
if you open it at the top, and we needed it to open.
So to get the MP5, we basically had to have the next transition point, which is the door, which I'll quickly rush to that right now. So you had to have this door open, and the only way to open that door, the only way to get the MP5 is open that door, but to do the transition, we have to have that door closed. So what we actually did was we did the first half of this transition with the MP5, and that's why I switched to my pistol, is when I jump out of the cart, that's a transition right there. And this moon, this is
the coolest moment we did. It was so good. We had like the timing.
Timing was awesome.
The timing, we had to YouTube like the Easter egg, and we had to get it to like the second, basically, in the last 10 seconds when this thing actually explodes. And we also had to time the oxygen mask, because you have to walk out and then put the mask on, because you don't want to transition in with the mask. So we had to get this absolutely perfect, and we managed to get it the first take. So if you look, I put my mask on, I watched the earth explode. It looks fucking sick, but you'll notice that there's no zombies around. And you'll also notice the gaining of all of the perks. So this is one of those moments where once you get all the perks, you sort of can't undo it. So for the rest of the video, you'll notice all the perks are actually photoshopped in. So I boost up here, and here's another transception. So we actually do another transition at this point.
We just started doing heaps of them because we just didn't care anymore. After the 40 hours in Black Ops 1.
But mind you, it's actually in the same game, because you can see the Earth has exploded in the background. So it's the same game, just a different level. So this is where we got the cosmonaut to sort of trap us, and I start spraying with all my ammo. And you'll notice this transition point. Okay, so I had to sort of get this right. So I've got 0 ammo, 60 points. Sorry, 0 ammo in my clip and 60 remaining. So I transition to this point, which is when I've got the gun. Now, if you notice, I've got my mask on, and that's when I transition. Sorry, not when I. That's when I take it off. Now, this 60 frame segment was photoshopped every single individual frame. Now, that took a total of 3 hours, and it's not perfect. It's definitely not perfect, but for the effect that I was going for, I was really happy for it in the end. So this is one of our. This one was actually really difficult for some reason. I think because to get all the zombies here and in that one area, actually like training them. We died a lot of times on this map. So this goes to our next transition point here, which is the elevator, and you notice that we're actually using the same character.
Oh, this is where you get launched.
The fall actually managed to sort of, the fall actually managed to cover up the transition, so I could actually change character from here on out. So this is one of the ones we got first or second take, I think. Although getting to this point was really difficult.
Surprisingly, pretty easy. The hardest thing was getting the monkey bomb in the right spot, to be honest.
Yeah, we had to get the monkey bomb and the liquefact or whatever it's called.
Because I slept in
that was the day. That was the day Yarpiee was slept in till 4, and he had planned to do it like 12. It's 4 hours late.
So I was working a 7-day week, and I had 1 day off on my 8th day, obviously. So we made sure everyone had the time dedicated to get this one perfect. And the day finally came, and Yarpiee was asleep. This is like 10 in the morning, and he's just gone to bed or something, and he didn't wake up till 2 p.m. my time, which was like 5 p.m. his time. Yeah. And I was absolutely furious. I think even Haytons recorded the conversation. I don't want to put that in there.
I've still got that.
Lost my shit at him. But anyway, so I managed to use the trap to be flung into the horde of zombies as the monkey bomb exploded, and this launches us into Azkaban.
And every transition is kind of different as well. We try to do something different for every transition. Even though the dog is exploding, it's still got like a different effect to like a monkey bomb.
Yeah, that's right. And like, what was really difficult about this transition was killing this big guy, as I wanted to be the one to kill him, and I kept forgetting to throw my Tomahawk. But this time I actually managed to do it right as he died here. Sort of looks cool because he explodes at the same time. And we managed to do this once, I think, but we just weren't very happy with it. I think that's the day I lost my shit. My girlfriend was just we were finally ready to do the transition, and my girlfriend was just like in the room, and she was yelling at me, and then everyone was really, I think it became really toxic.
Everyone, by like this point, everyone was like, we were starting to hate each other and this zombies, and we were just so over the whole thing. But we just,
I think
the zombies got us.
We weren't just hating each other. We had to stick through. We had to stick to it, and we just really didn't want to do it at this point. But we'd just done so much work.
Even a couple of maps we had to go back and redo, mainly because I wasn't happy with them.
So what I really wanted to include is, if I sort of did a close-up shot of the ray gun. I really wanted to have the ray gun put into the pack-a-punch and the ray gun version 2 come out. So that's something that I really wanted.
That was my idea, by the way.
So if you notice, put in... Was it? I can't even remember. So take out that ray gun, and then boom, we've got the ray gun, Porter's Mark II ray gun. And this one...
Oh, this one.
Getting through house without points was the hardest thing.
The first time we all had 0 points, the first time we went to that house, and we got so mad.
Got so fucking good at getting through this house without losing any points. It was ridiculous. Basically, to get all the way through there without anyone losing any points, and having a horde of zombies, and making sure you got the ray gun, and making sure you got all the right ammo, and having the time bomb. Now, a little sort of Easter egg as well, which we put in there, is if you notice the time bomb says 16. So it's sort of a good indicator that that's like it's almost like a foreshadowing that that's what the transition point is going to be. It's going to be taking you to round 16. So we managed to get the time bomb here, and This fucking map took forever.
One of the main reasons is because we wanted to get the like built gun, and I wanted to fly over the wall and in shot, and it didn't work out as best of plan, but it still happened. That's how we integrated the weapon in quotation marks in this map.
Yeah. And I also used the Remington just sort of to give a bit of diversity for the transition. And this takes us to our final map, which I'm really happy with, like the way I did that.
Back at it now, it looks so good.
The motion effect there
with the robot coming over the top.
Oh my god!
The robot, the foot.
we got so fucking close, right?
Remember you got stomped.
Everything perfect.
Then I told you,
you were standing there
get a helmet.
Like, tell me when the robot's coming, because you were like editing, looking at our previous clips, and like it's coming. Like you didn't hear me or something, and you ran straight into the thing, and we were so angry at you at that point.
And not only did that happen once, it happened a second time as well, and I was just so embarrassed I didn't actually confess it for like I think 2 weeks later when I I think it was like when we finally finished the video. I was just like, that time when I went down by the zombies' foot, it was like I was just not paying attention. There's so many times I just completely forgot about the fucking robot.
I mean,
timing of the robot was so hard. The timing of the robot is harder than the zombies. After what it wore, getting the zombies to what we wanted them to do was not hard. Getting points was not hard, but doing the things in the map was the hardest thing. Like the box, the timing of like robots and the Easter eggs, that was the hardest thing. Like we could, if you name any points in this game, we could get to it and stay on it all around.
Yeah, we perfected these maps. We're so good at these by this stage. Even something so simple as like the way I looked up and then sort of strafed across, and then the amount of times I attempted to do that and then walked into like a wall or something and I fucked the shot up. It looked retarded, so we had to start again. So like you see, we're running down here. We wanted like this to make it look like an epic chase of zombies were chasing us, and we're running down the hallway here as this foot just about crushes us, which I think looks fucking perfect. Like look at all these zombies coming down. The foot just comes down, and then all you guys have sort of got my back, and we're running down here. We check out the dead body. At this stage, we had all the portal open. We had all the stars. We'd done all the Easter egg.
And this is at like round what, like 20, something like that. So
this is like our third day of trying this. Our third night.
This map took a lot of days.
So we finally pulled out the stars. We all have the staves.
Upgraded ones as
and
well.
Like I play, the upgraded ones. I played Samantha's voice over the top, and we just start blasting these guys. And it's sort of, we had no structure. We had no idea what to expect at this point. We sort of just said, let's just go in and just attack all the zombies. And then when I say, just jump into the portal. And I guess that sort of leaves the Black Ops 3 transition still open. So that's pretty much it, guys. That wraps it all up. I hope you guys enjoyed this sort of insight into what goes into actually creating one of these videos. A big thanks to Yarpiee, Jmack and Haytons, and leave a comment in the section below. Cheers guys, peace out.